Hi everyone! After spending more than a week visiting the south of Spain, it was time to say goodbye and we headed to Malaga for our last day. Malaga is actually the international gateway to the region of Andalusia, and it's a major hub for domestic and international travel. Because of that, it's a great base to travel to other towns and a great place to start, or in our case, end our vacation. So hi and good morning from our room in Malaga. We unfortunately had to leave Granada this morning and we came to Malaga by bus, and so it took about an hour 45 minutes I think by bus, and unfortunately it is quite cloudy. So with that being said, we are starving, so we are going to the mercado. Oh, this is a happening market. And look at that beautiful stained glass in the back. We arrived in Malaga early morning, and since we were hungry and a lot of places were closed, we decided to go to this specific market. This market is one of the main markets in Malaga, and it's also a major landmark in this city. You have the meat section at one end, you have the fruits and vegetable section at the other end, and in the middle you have the fish section. Since Malaga is a coastal city, we obviously wanted to try some of their seafood, so this is what we were looking for lunch. So now that we've had lunch and our stomachs are full, we are heading to the Alcazaba. This way. We're heading to the Alcazaba in Malaga. So that fortress is probably from the 11th century, I think, and is the number one attraction here in Malaga. So in order to get there, we have to walk through the old town, and I have to say the old town here does look very similar to all the other old towns we've seen in the south of Spain. I think Carnival is coming soon because this street is super decorated, so this must be nice in the evening. The Cathedral of Malaga is another beautiful architectural landmark in Malaga. However, we were a bit tired of visiting churches, so we decided not to visit this one. 10 minutes later, and just outside the historic center, we finally reached the Alcazaba, which is also known for its Moorish architecture. So there's a little Malaga sign here, and we are going to make our way up where there's people. So that's the fortress of the Alcazaba, and there's even part of a Roman theater down here. So the ticket for the Alcazaba here in Malaga is €350 per person, which is much cheaper than our ticket at the Alhambra. With that being said, it is smaller than the Alcazaba in Alhambra, but again, since we're in Malaga, I feel like we should probably visit this. The walk up the hill takes approximately 35 minutes, and you get to see beautiful panoramic views along the way. There are multiple viewing platforms along the way, so you can also take breaks if you need to. We were there on a weekday in the winter, so there was very little people, but I can imagine this place being packed in the middle of summer or when the cruise ships stop in Malaga. So from this angle, you see the sea over there, and I think that's the port area. Once we were at the top, we visited the palace, which used to be the residence of the governor, and we also visited the ornamental gardens, although they probably look better in the summer compared to the winter. So I think that for €350, this is actually not bad because the Alcazaba is bigger than I thought it would be. With that being said, it is not as impressive as the Alhambra, which we saw yesterday, but if you're starting with Malaga on your trip, I think this is a good stop. After visiting the highest point in the center of Malaga, the next stop was the lowest point in the city, which is the beach. We are now down at the port area. The weather got slightly better. It's still very cloudy, but at least there's more sunlight. And this place seems to be quite international. Let me show you. There's a Dunkin' Donut. There was a Burger King, a KFC, as well as a Starbucks. So we finally made it to the beach. Obviously on a sunny day this place would be really beautiful, but since this is our only day in Malaga and we're leaving tomorrow for London, we figured that yes, we would come here and check it out. Obviously, if the sky was blue here and the sea was blue, it'd be really gorgeous. Since this was the end of our trip and we were exhausted, we spent the rest of the afternoon just strolling around, window shopping, and eventually made our way back to the center of Malaga. As you can see, after we left the beach, the sky did start to clear up. However, the sun is actually still stuck behind some clouds, so I don't think we're gonna get good lighting for pictures. That evening, we went back to the center of Malaga to check out the decorations which were there for the Carnival of Malaga. So it is unfortunately our last dinner here in Spain. We are leaving tomorrow, and so we found online this restaurant that's apparently really good for fresh seafood, so we're gonna go there and hopefully we won't be disappointed. So I think I'm gonna end the vlog now, or maybe after some clips of dinner, and I will see you again in London. I forgot to take some clips of the food, so here are some pictures showing what we ate that evening. The seafood tasted really fresh and there was a lot of variety, so if we ever go back to Malaga, I think we would definitely go back to that restaurant. So that's it for Malaga, and the next stop is London. So thank you for watching.